Hey, check it out, everybody. It's Phil from New York Rocks, and we're rocking down here at the Cutting Room in NYC. And I'm here with no other than Gene Cornish from the Rascals. Look at that, man.
How you doing?
This is great. I'm doing so great because I'm standing next to a legend guitarist from
where is he?
the Rascals. That's you.
Where is he?
You're the man.
Thank you so much. You're very kind.
Oh, man.
We're here at the Cutting Room to celebrate the book launching of Carmine Appice's Carmine Appice, I'm sorry, called Stick It. It's his new book. And I'm here to support him, and I'm going to be playing Good Lovin' with him later.
Wow, that's great. But let's talk about you and your history a little bit. Now, you started out in the 60s, and you played with the Rascals. You came up with the Rascals, or you came up with another band first?
I started playing in 1956.
Right.
I'm celebrating 60 years in showbiz.
Wow.
So by the time I joined the Rascals, I was with Joey D and the Starlighters, and we quit and formed the Rascals February '65.
Right.
And we were with Eddie Brigatti, Dino Danelli, Felix Cavalieri, and myself.
Right.
And the rest is history. We did pretty well.
Yeah, you had a lot of hit songs.
A lot of them, yeah.
A lot of them. And now you're in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
I'm in 2 Hall of Fames. I'm in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame in Cleveland, and grateful also in the Rochester Hall of Fame, my hometown of Rochester, New York, along with Lou Gramm from Foreigner, and Chuck Mangione, and a whole bunch of special people, Cab Calloway. Very cool.
You know, I was just speaking before. I said there's so many guys that deserve to be in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame that might not get into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, but they should have like a Hall of Fame just for guitarists and drummers. How do you feel about that?
They have different categories for sidemen now.
Right.
You know, but people who belong in the Hall of Fame should be like Tommy James.
Right.
They should be in there.
Chubby Checker, guys like that.
Eventually, they'll all will get in.
Right.
But definitely Tommy James, because he wrote all his material. A lot of artists were not going to get in because they didn't write their material.
Right, right.
And it's unfortunate. Three Dog Night should be in, but they didn't write any songs. So.
And like the Moody Blues? How about the Moody Blues?
Well,
right?
I think they got in already.
Yeah.
I think they got in.
And you know your history then. I thought they didn't get in yet. How about Styx in Kansas and some of those guys?
They're still working on it. The Cars are still working on it. But Chicago got in this year. My friend's Cheap Trick got in. Really glad about that.
But you got in. What year did you get inducted?
1997.
97. And you played all together, right?
Yeah, we played all together that time.
Right.
Just a couple of songs. But we waited 8 years. We were nominated 8 years in a row because the California establishment likes California and English bands more than American bands.
Right.
The Spoonful had to wait 9 years.
Wow.
Billy Joel had to wait 2 years. So there's some little conspiracy, though, from California.
That's a little nuts, right?
Nah.
Guys like that, as big as they are, would have to wait, right?
Well, listen, it's all politics at this point. I'm grateful to be in the Hall of Fame. And, hey, I'm grateful to be in the Hall of Fame. And I took my mom when we got inducted in 1997 to Cleveland. We were inducted in Cleveland for the first time, and I took her to the museum, and my name, each one of our names was engraved in blue glass, and my name was only about 5 feet away from Elvis, so that's very cool.
Well, you're very big, and it's like you're very humble, though. I understand that, but you're a legendary guitarist, and like the amazing part is you're still playing today. Talk about some of the things you're doing today. Go ahead.
Playing is like oxygen for me, Most musicians never retire.
Right.
And we just run out of places to play.
Right.
I'm working on my first solo album, which is actually co-authored by myself and Phil Nero, my lead singer. We're almost finished with that. My manager, Bruce Pilato, who manages Carl Palmer, put together a band with me on guitar, Carmine Appice on drums, Rudy Sarzo from Whitesnake and Quiet Riot on bass, Jeff Downs from Yes and Asia on keyboards, and Bumblefoot from Guns N' Roses on guitar.
You're mixing it up with like the guys from.
We got a hell of a catalog. It's called the Platinum Rock All Stars, and we start touring in October.
That's awesome. Yeah. Now the songs that you're working on, you wrote all the songs yourself, right?
Well, no, I wrote them with Phil. I wrote a couple of them myself. One song I wrote in 1986, and I was too nervous to play it for anybody till last year.
Really?
And it's become one of the strong ones. But Phil Nero, as I said, sang with Billy Sheehan's Talus and Peter Chris' Army.
Yeah.
And and now he's with me.
I can't believe a guy like you would get nervous. You're like,
No,
you've been playing for your whole life.
When you're in a band with Felix Cavalieri and Eddie Brigatti and Dino Danelli, and Cavalieri and Brigatti wrote all of those hits. We had 17 hit records in a row. You get intimidated. I was sort of like George Harrison dealing with Paul and John.
I want to ask you, when you made those songs, did you come up with the lyrics first, or you came up with the music first?
It depends. Sometimes you come up with a whole idea. Sometimes you sit with something for 10 years with an idea, and then you get away from it so you can look at it fresh. Wow. You can dig yourself into the ground sometime by overthinking it. The song I have called Another Sleepless Night was on a dare from a girl that I was trying to score with. And she said to me, "Big shot, rock and roller. You haven't written anything in 20 years. Show me you can do it." So I knocked off a song in 15 minutes. I never got the girl, but I got the song, and that's what's important.
Now, I know you were friends with Sid Bernstein, because I was friends with him. He's like the greatest guy ever you'd want to associate with. He was a fantastic human being.
He was our manager. Yeah. And he was like a father to us, you know.
Right.
And we lost him about 3 years ago.
Yeah, very sad.
We were actually, the Rascals were on a reunion tour for the first time in 42 years when he passed away. Wow. Steve Van Zandt put us together on the road with a show called Once Upon a Dream. Yeah. And we sold out 15 shows on Broadway and then 10 shows in Canada. And then we did 70 shows. Wow. So we got along well. We checked our guns at the door.
Amazing.
And made music.
Beautiful. You know, I could sit here and talk for you for hours and hours, because you're the greatest, man. You got the greatest stories too. But I want to thank you very much for giving me the interview. It's a pleasure's all mine, and best of luck tonight, and God bless you. You know, keep rocking.
Let me just say thank you to the fans, all the wonderful fans who supported the Rascals, who waited for us for 42 years and showed up when we showed up, and we did not phone it in. We did the real thing, and I hope we see you again. God bless. And I'm going to turn it over to Carmine Appice.
There you go.
This is Carmine's book launch, and I'm looking forward to reading the book. I haven't read it yet. I'm sure he'll give me one. Anyway, thank you so much. God bless. Thank you.
Thank you very much, man. Have a good time tonight.